What's up, guys, and welcome to my
vlog. Welcome to my vlog. Welcome to my vlog. It's PJ's vlog. Yeah.
So guys, I just want to talk about something real quick here. I just want to talk about the reason why I've been learning code as of late. And that reason is because I am trying to make the switch from mechanical engineering to web development. So yeah, I'm just going to give my 5 reasons why I plan on trying to make that switch. And before I really get started on this, I just want to preface this video by saying this isn't a mechanical engineering bashing video, at least I don't plan on it being one. But at the same time, I am kind of frustrated. So that frustration might come out a little bit in this video. With that being said, I do think the mechanical engineering industry is still super, super important. I mean, it's essential to, the world. And I think it's important and a valuable degree to have still for incoming college students. Okay, that sounds convincing, right? You believe that, right? I believe it. Anyway, so yeah, without further ado, let's begin a little bit with my background of myself as a mechanical engineer. So currently I have about 5 years of industry experience as a mechanical engineer. Got my first job right out of college about 5 years ago, a little bit over. And I was working as a manufacturing design engineer. Did a lot of 2D and 3D CAD work and modeling. Yeah, a lot of my role involves just kind of like 2D, 3D CAD. And then eventually after a year, I got to start doing some pump work. I got to do pump warranty claims and look at pump curves and size impellers and stuff. And after going through so much schooling and intense math and all that, and not using it for a year or two or a year or so, really revisiting that for the first time, it pumped me up. So yeah, I try to move around throughout the company, try to get a different role and positions there, other teams there. And they kept hiring either other people in the company, which was rare, and most often people from outside the company. So a lot of new grads and just other people. So yeah, I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work out. I felt like it was a slap in the face, like this, like that, And that was weird. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. This is stupid. I'm not gonna go anywhere here, and yeah, I'm just gonna look for some other opportunities elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did that, and I moved to my current company, where I do applications engineering for air distribution systems. And the reason I made that switch was because I was kind of interested in maybe one day getting into an MEP consulting firm who, if you don't know what that is, they kind of build the layouts of commercial buildings. That's everything from the actual walls and structure, the plumbing, the fire protection, the sprinklers, and then mechanical mostly does like the ducts, the duct work. So I thought, this might be a good opportunity to one day get into that field because that's a good field to get into. It's a lot of career growth and career potential. So yeah, that's why I made that move. I was doing a lot of 2D CAD. I'm still doing a lot of 2D CAD, and pretty much no engineering. I started becoming more displeased with my current job again, and I realized I wasn't really interested in going back into or looking any further into the MEP consulting route. So I actually realized I wanted to go back to what I was doing previously in my first job, and doing that manufacturing machine design kind of stuff. So I started looking for jobs there. Yes, I felt confident in myself, my skills, and what I've been learning since I graduated college. So I started looking for jobs that required like 3 to 5 years of experience. I had a couple interviews, handful of phone screenings, and every time I had one, there was always concern about my gap in experience since my first job. So none of it ever panned out, and that's kind of when I realized that I was very naive about the field. I think as a well, back then and also as a college grad, I felt like, once I had my degree, the world is my oyster. And that really wasn't the case, at least not for me. And so I think I realized if if I wanted to get to where I was interested in going in mechanical engineering, I would need to go back to school for masters or maybe a PE license, professional engineering license, which required like a year of studying, maybe like 3 to 6 months of hardcore studying, and then take a test. Um, and I wasn't interested in doing that. So yeah, after hearing all these no's and all these concerns about my lack of experience, I started looking for entry level jobs in the machine design field. I had a lot of phone screens, a lot of interviews, but still, they were like, "We're concerned about your gap in experience," and I'm like, "Guys, this is an entry level job. What is this? I have 5 years of experience, maybe 2 years of relevant experience, and you're telling me I don't have enough experience for a 0 years experience job? Huh?" Yeah, that's what they were telling me. And if they weren't telling me that, they were telling me, "Oh yeah, sorry, our job posting was inaccurate. We actually have a lot more requirements than what is shown here, and you don't fit them. So sorry." So yeah, that was frustrating. Meanwhile, over these past, I would say 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years, I've had a lot of friends and family who have made the switch from other kinds of engineering and successfully become web developers and software developers and engineers. And they would tell me about it, tell me, "Yo, you should get into this field, man. It's a great field. I'm really happy after the switch that I made." And in my head, I was like, "I don't want to do that. Like, I don't feel like going back to school. I don't know if I can do coding again." I just had a lot of excuses. I was kind of just lazy. And I also felt like I'm gonna have to restart my career. Like, I think I'm doing okay as a mechanical engineer. That was before I realized that no, I was not doing okay as a mechanical engineer. Yeah, so I was going through these interviews, and eventually I kind of was like, "Man, I'm going to these interviews and these phone screens, but like I'm not really interested in them anyway. Like, I don't care if I get this job or not." And I started thinking, I'm looking at entry level positions in mechanical engineering. I'm not interested in them. Why not look into web development? Um, my friend's been talking about it to me for like years, and I mean, if I'm going to be going to entry level anyway, might as well make the switch. This is a great time to make the switch. So I started looking into it. So yeah, after looking into it and doing research and talking with a lot of friends and family about it, here are my 5 reasons why I'm making the switch. So number one is, like I said, I talked about career growth with my family, my friends, and basically, I kind of came to the understanding and realization that it just seemed like you had so much more control over your career and your career path and your career growth as a web developer or like software developer, and it just seemed like you had a lot more flexibility too in like what you wanted to do, as opposed to what I've kind of noticed and seen in engineering, for me at least. Just those 3 short years of not being in a machine design, it pretty much automatically disqualified me from almost ever going back into that field, and that is kind of stupid to me. So yeah, along those same lines, and I mean honestly, one of the biggest reasons that got me seriously thinking about this field is the pay. I mean, honestly, it's hard to ignore. As an engineer, even entry level engineer, we make pretty good money. So I don't think I would be able to switch to something that paid significantly less. And fortunately, from what I've seen online, at least, web development jobs pay about the same, if not more, than entry level mechanical engineering jobs, which is kind of amazing to me. And based off of what I saw online as well, it seemed like you could just grow your salary pretty quickly in the web development field. Much more quickly than I'd say than engineering, from what I've seen. And it seems like you have to basically be a professional engineer or master's degree engineer or have a master's in engineering and like 10 years of experience to really get like a huge salary. Or even like an engineering manager, which also requires going back to school probably. Whereas you could probably get a similar or maybe even higher salary in the web development field over a much shorter amount of time, as long as you're putting in the work and you're really focusing on growing and improving as a developer. So the next reason why I am interested in the web development field is I love learning and learning new things, and with the industry just always changing and evolving and new tech and new languages coming out, it's really appealing to me. And it once again ties along with how you grow your career and grow your, how quickly you can grow. As long as you're willing to learn, I think you'll always be needed and you'll always be, your skills will be sought after. And that's a great motivation for me, at least, to keep learning. So it's another big reason, just like looking in the long run of the field for me. And my fourth reason why I was interested in the industry was the fact that there's just a lot of potential to work from home and potentially even work for myself down the road maybe. Working for myself isn't a huge like goal of mine or anything, but I just got married last year. Yeah, last year, and my family will be growing hopefully in the next couple of years or so. So being able to work from home and having that flexibility to work from home, but also just have that flexibility in just like work hours, it seems like a really valuable thing and really kind of important thing to have for me as my family grows. And lastly, the final reason, and I want to say the biggest reason why I'm trying to make the switch is because I actually enjoy coding. I grew up messing around with HTML and CSS as a teenager. I had a ton of friends who were really good at coding in high school, and it really motivated me to look into it and just like learn it on my own. So I was doing that in high school and I enjoyed it. I took a couple of high school programming classes. Yeah, so I've always enjoyed coding, but I never looked into it as a career because I don't know. From such a young age, I always thought mechanical engineering is the way to go, or engineering is just the way to go for me because I love math and mechanical engineering field is so stable. Huh? So yeah, I just never really looked into computer science or programming really as anything more than a hobby that I did. After looking back into web development, how I'd make that switch, I started doing all these like free online coding exercises, like Code Academy stuff, a couple of bootcamp prep courses, and some Udemy courses. And over this last month of doing that, and like really sort of delving and like digging into that pretty much all day, every day, after work, before work, I've really enjoyed it. I've loved it, and it's reminded me how much I enjoyed it as a kid. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to think about how much I enjoy it now, and hopefully how much I would enjoy it in the future as a as a professional in the field. Yeah, and while I've been doing all this like research and all these courses online, they always have these lists about like what makes a great developer. What makes the best developer, and they list all these intangibles like loves to learn, he's analytical, they're team player, all this stuff. And I was like, in my head, I was like, wow, I got all these things, man. And I really think I could be a good developer. And it's exciting to think about that I would enjoy it and be good at it at the same time and make money doing it. And yeah, it's exciting. It's pretty exciting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are my 5 reasons, I guess, why I am trying to make the switch from mechanical engineering to web development. I've been loving learning how to code again. It's been a great experience. So I'm looking forward to what's ahead. And I'll be kind of documenting my journey through that. The main way I'll be making that switch is through a online boot camp course, Flatiron School, based out of New York, but I'll be doing it online at home. And I'll be talking about the reasons why I chose that boot camp in my next video. So if you want to hear more about that, if you're interested in that, if you're looking into boot camps, then it might be a good video to check out. I'll be talking a little bit about how my experience has been there, doing their accelerated bootcamp prep course and just the regular bootcamp prep course. And the reasons why I've chosen to go there or take their course, I guess, in my attempt to switch industries. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Boo!